morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We're on episode 128. We have breaking news that we have to talk about. We also have some college football as we have week 1 coming ahead. And we got a lot of great games. We'll also tell you about a game that you might want to watch as well. And then we have other NFL news that is not just breaking news, but other stuff that we wanted to talk about. Lisa's our host. Lisa's going to run us in that direction. So if we're all ready, let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Socks.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes. All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
All right, welcome back to episode 128. We have some breaking news we have to start with, and I need you two to walk me through this. Micah Parsons got traded to Green Bay Packers. What the heck is happening? Anthony, talk me through this.
Yeah, so I'm going to let Tim do all the what Dallas is getting, what Green Bay is obviously getting Micah Parsons. All I could say is this sucks. As a Vikings fan, don't want that guy in our conference, and now him being in Green Bay. Green Bay, I would love to have thrown some money on them. I think they're a team that now just became possible Super Bowl team. Yeah, this sucks. And honestly, it's always like we talk about this after Vikings. You wouldn't give up a couple first rounds? Come on, when does a team go, damn, we kind of stole that one? This feels like a steal on Green Bay's side, but I'll let Timmy talk about all the who's getting who.
Yeah, spell it out for us, Tim.
Okay, Green Bay did sign him to a 4-year, $188 million contract. 136 of it is guaranteed. I didn't know this neither. He's also going to get paid the $24 million that Dallas is going to pay him for this year. So now that contract became almost $60 million out of this. In return, Packers get 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, their defensive lineman. It has been known that Packers do not give a third contract to most players. So this is a very, kind of expected kind of deal. What I can't believe is the Packers. You guys never do this kind of stuff, ever. There's been availabilities all the time. And now all of a sudden you're going to go after. I think this makes them a right with the Philadelphia Eagles as Super Bowl contenders in that conference. Wow, that is a big pickup for that team.
Yeah, so and I'm sorry, Lisa, and you say they never done it before, but they went out, got Golden in the draft, which they never done a wide receiver for. Now they're doing this, and if I'm gonna look like an idiot right now, but Reggie White. Did he not go from Philadelphia to Green Bay?
He might have signed as a free agent.
Correct.
I don't know if he actually got traded there.
Correct.
He might have been a free agent, but still, how long ago was that? The 90s? That's 30 years ago. They never do this.
And that's what I'm saying is that's what they're and what team did that become after? What did Green Bay – and I think Green Bay is saying, we've seen Detroit. We've seen what Minnesota. We see what Chicago's doing. We have to stack up with these teams. My biggest takeaway from this whole thing is Jerry Jones may not have that thumb on the buzzer like he used to, because this went sour and very sour fast. And I will say this last time too. I hope that agent that Micah Parsons has made the right decision, because telling an owner to go shove it up your own is not going to help when you need that next contract and stuff. Micah Parsons, I hope it works out for you. I hope it doesn't at the same time, because I want Minnesota, but This is a huge trade and on the brim of week 1. So this is crazy.
That's where I was going to ask you guys was it seems like you're both saying this is game changer for the Packers. How do you think the NFC North is going to fall out from this? Because I believe we were pretty neck and neck about who was going to take it. Do you think that changes? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it changes big time. I think that makes them a Super Bowl contender like that. I think they're right at the top of this. And another thing about Dallas, now you had a proven player in Micah Parsons. Now you're going to get 2 first-round picks. It's a lottery shot at it. Your 2 first-round picks may not be very much. If Green Bay does really well, they might be 30, 32. I mean, they may be late round picks now. I think the salary cap has come back to bite Jerry in the butt by giving all that money to CD Lamb, by giving all that money to Dak Prescott. Now you're almost starting over. As a Cowboys fan, I don't know. It's kind of a rebuild now this year. I mean, I think they still have a decent team, but they're what are you going to get now with that team? I don't know. I think this is a big loss for them because, like you said, the lottery picks.
Yeah, I mean, there is there could always be context to those drafts, whether it's you know, they get an extra draft pick if it's within 10. There's always like fine prints when it comes to draft picks. I don't see it being a rebuild. I can tell you with CD Lamb and all that still. It's just your defense took a hell of a hit. And I will say this too, in Green Bay, you better keep him healthy because he is a player that has had injuries. And I know, Lisa, you may ask this question. Is he going to play week 1? You bet your ass he will play week 1.
Really?
He's
I didn't
never.
think he would.
Oh, yeah. He'll play week 1.
He's only going to be on the team for 2 weeks, and he's going to play?
A week.
Well, a little over a week.
Yeah. They'll keep basic packages in for him to get because that's the type of player he is. He's the type of player where you'll go, hey, guys, just rush the quarterback. Like, just to be as simple. Let that man get on the field. He will play because, yes. Yeah. And that's where when people are like, oh, we expect him in Dallas week 1. Green Bay's now like, we got him week 1.
And who does Green Bay play week 1?
Who cares? They just won.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's how big of a difference
you're talking schedule. Week 5, Packers go to Dallas.
Ooh.
Oh, he'll be ready to go by then. I mean, in 5 weeks, after that, 6 weeks, after getting traded there, he is going to be ready to go and getting after Dak Prescott. Oh, get your popcorn ready because that is going to might be the game of the week.
Yep, for sure.
Wow. Well, what a way to start off this podcast. Wow. All right, well, let's keep this intensity going. We are about to come into college football weekend. It is here. We've waited long and forever for this to get here. Now, I want you both to just play imagination with me. Describe to me your perfect Saturday for college football. Anthony, start me off.
Well, I mean, the perfect college football day is it's a little cool out, a little chilly. The sun's out, so you get the sun warmth, but you get a little bit of chill. That's called Midwestern weather, in case you people out there don't know. And then, you got your workout in, you getting a breakfast in, and you're sitting down to watch College Game Day, where the only steps that you take from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. is either to 2 places in your house, the kitchen or the bathroom. That is the perfect Saturday. And what do I need games that go down to the wire? That's just a cherry on top. I don't even need that. I just need college football, competitive college football from 11 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night when I'm watching Hawaii and Stanford and some other team out west. That is the perfect Saturday.
Okay. Sounds like I'm doing a lot around the house while you do that, but good for you.
Same thing happens on Sundays, too.
I'm so excited. It's football season. Tim, walk me through your perfect college football Saturday.
I think tailgating is always the best. I think when you're doing Saturdays, I think going to games, nice, like you said, get a hoodie on of your favorite team or a team that you root for and sitting down with camaraderie, however you want to say that. And just sitting around, have a little fire, you're kind of listening to music or whatever. And just snacking and drinking. If that's your perfect, I think, Saturday. If you're at home, I mean, I like you just said, I think it's perfect. Or if you can go uptown and watch the games and just be around other people that are interested in football. You don't need, like the Super Bowl when you got a mix of different people. Just being around people and just BSing with people and just seeing what happens throughout that day. I think that's the perfect one. The food, you get some sandwiches, some wings, maybe pass around the old hooch a little bit, and I think that's the perfect one.
Okay. I can see that too. That sounds very relaxing and fun at the same time. If you're going to ask me, mine would like to see Kirk Herbstreit's dogs on the TV. That's a perfect Saturday for me.
I get that one.
Yeah.
All right, on to week 1. Let's see. I'm curious because we were talking about who you guys like top 4 were going to be, but we never got to who was going to be your national champion. Anthony, who's your national champion this year?
That like I want to say Notre Dame, right? I want to not. I don't think Notre Dame.
Run it back. Can they make it there again?
Yeah, I don't even know if they can. I don't even know if they make the playoffs this year. I have hope in them, but I think it's Texas. I just think with the team, the coach, I just feels like everything's just right for this year. That roster is way too good not to do something about it. So I have Texas winning the national championship this year.
All right, Tim, do you feel different?
I think you're half right. I think Texas is in the national championship game. I think it's Penn State. This is the time to shut up or get moving. You've got James Franklin's got the best team he's ever had. If he can't win it this year, he'll never win it. And I repeat this, never win it. He's got Drew Aller there. He's got a great defense, good running attack. If he can't win it this year, he'll never win it, ever.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, well, we said it here first. Penn State versus Texas in the national championship. We'll see if it plays out.
And I'll say this, I don't think Penn State's in it.
No?
I wouldn't even be surprised. And I'm saying this as a bold take. I wouldn't even be surprised if they barely make the playoffs.
Wow.
I think James Franklin is that bad of a coach that he will find a way to shit the bed. So if you told me your life depends on one college to win a national championship, I will take Notre Dame's 999 time over Penn State because of the coach.
I think I'd take Alabama. Alabama's usually there about it.
Well, I'm saying Notre Dame over Penn State. I'm not saying that's the school I'm going for.
Of
Jesus Christ, I'm going to pick an SEC school. It's got a better chance. Or Ohio State or Michigan, but
yeah, right.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, week 1. Let's talk about your winners here. Tim, who do you have winning the Florida State versus Alabama game?
I think with these two, they got 2 new quarterbacks this year. I think the biggest one is with Ty Simpson as their quarterback at Alabama, I don't think Florida State's got enough of horses on it. I think Alabama, if Alabama can get to Castellanos, I think it's going to be a long day, and I think they will. I like Alabama in a rout.
Okay.
They're given 13.5. It won't be that close. In the second half, I think they blow them out.
Understandable. Anthony, who's your winner of this game?
Yeah, I have Alabama winning as well. I think Florida State actually gets close in the second half because I think Alabama's found ways to should be pulling away. Don't do it. And that's all on the coach there. You don't know what you're going to get with these players. You don't know what camaraderie. You don't know what type of atmosphere has been playing. One thing I can say is Florida State has disappointed the past couple of years, where Alabama just disappointed this past year. It just seems like Alabama can bounce back quicker. And they get all their recruits. They do all that stuff. So I like Alabama in this game. I don't know if I route, though. That's a lot of points because it's not Nick Saban's Alabama anymore.
I know.
Okay. All right. So you're both down for Alabama. Now let's move on to the Texas-Ohio State. Anthony, who do you have winning this game?
I really think this is going to be a great game. I think this is the game we talk about the rest of the year. I truly do. I think because it's at Ohio State, if it was at Texas, Texas wins this game 9 out of 10 times. Because it's at Ohio State, I'm still taking Texas. At there, I think it's going to be electric. I think at halftime, don't be surprised if it's a 10-10. Not very high scoring, and then it ends with a 35-45, something like that. Crazy big second half explosion. So I got Texas winning this game.
Okay. Tim, what are your thoughts?
I think the key for Texas to win is they got to get the running attack going. I think the biggest one for Ohio State is Julian Sand, their quarterback. So I like Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting the 1.5. This is a pick'em game. I like Texas.
Yeah.
Definitely a must-see game to watch.
Oh, most definitely.
So very excited for that one. Now, I remember what you two said about this next game, LSU versus Clemson. Tim, who do you have winning this game?
0-5. That is a big record for Mr. Brian Kelly and season openers. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I like LSU getting the points. Wow. I think it's 3.5 to 4. If it gets up to 4, give me LSU because I think they cover the spread.
Wow, I'm surprised. Anthony, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing spreads and all that. I think Clemson just beats the piss out of them. I absolutely do. I think because of what is up front. I was watching a video earlier today, social media, talking about that Clemson's up front guards and tackles are crazy good. If LSU can't put pressure on there and Cade has all day to sit back there, he will pick that DBs apart. That's what, and let's be honest, LSU struggled on the defensive side for multiple years. I don't see it just picking up overnight, being better, even in today's transfer portal. No, I think Clemson wins this one. And I think it's one of those games where if Clemson loses later in the year, they could be like, well, do you remember when we spanked LSU? And that's what's going to get them in there. Oh, yeah. I hate Clemson. I hate them. They're going to kill LSU.
But you don't think that, the conversation we have that LSU just can't win that first game of the season will reflect that later on?
I don't think if it mattered. If LSU played Notre Dame, I think I would take Notre Dame. Like, I don't think it matters on the 0-5 record. I think they challenged themselves right off the bat with USC, which USC did not become a good team last year. Let's also talk about that. Like, even Jaden Daniels' year at LSU, they were irrelevant because they lost so early. I think this is the same with them this year. I think Clemson beats the brakes off them because they do have a lot of returning starters. And LSU's got a lot of mismatch. So we'll see.
Okay. Well, I know I'll be watching that game too because it's going to be on the TV all day.
Yep.
But going on to the night game, who do we have winning here? Notre Dame versus Miami. Tim?
I think this is a close game in the first half. I think Notre Dame struggles at the beginning, but I think they pull away. I like Notre Dame here. I think with that defense, they're going to get after Carson Beck because I don't think they can. The only thing that scares me is their run defense. They were not very good last year in the run defense. So if they get that going, that'll open up for Carson Beck. That scares me. But you also got to remember too, this isn't the same kind of rivalry that we've had before. So this could go a little bit, but I think in the end, I think it's Notre Dame pulls away in the second half.
Okay, Anthony, I think I know your answer, but go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Miami No, Notre Dame wins this game straight up, and here's why. Because Notre Dame's going to run the ball against Miami. The offensive line, if it's pass blocking, it's harder for them. Run block, it's downhill all day. We enforce ourselves on you. So is that D-line ready for what Notre Dame's about to bring to them? Also on the defensive side, yes, our D-line is nowhere compared to where they were last year. Linebackers, not where. But DBs, yes. And guess what Carson Beck is great at doing? Throwing stupid balls. I wouldn't be surprised if a pick six happens on Sunday night because I just think Notre Dame gets up on them. They got to start throwing the ball. Notre Dame gets another one. That was Notre Dame's MO. That's Freeman's MO. They want it like when they put you down, they want to put their foot on your throat. And I think that's what we're going to see on Sunday night. At least I hope so.
I hope so too. I want to end the night well.
Yeah. Especially after a long day of playing bocce ball, I hope it ends well.
Yeah, I hope I'm like just tuning in because I'm still done playing bocce ball. You know what I mean? Into the night bocce ball.
That's going to be a long day for me. All right. Moving on to the sleeper game. I'm curious who you both have tagged as doesn't look good on paper, but it's going to end up being a really good game. Anthony, who do you have for your sleeper game?
So totally didn't pick that as like the mentality of what we were picking for a sleeper. I picked it as a sleeper game that we just, as people around us, have to watch. Illinois State is going to Oklahoma. Boys, Bloomington, put them on the map. Get a win down there in Boomer Sooner area. No, I think this is crazy awesome. What a great experience for Illinois State to be going down there. I can only imagine the eyes of walking in and being in a locker room of Oklahoma. I don't think that will be a close game.
No,
but I do think it's going to be a cool situation for ISU and the players in that area.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely think so too. But I wasn't sure if you thought it'd be a close game.
Yeah. That's gonna be a butt kicking.
Yeah, that game's a payday game. That's $1 million payday game for ISU. So,
hey, recognition and visibility is all you need.
Exactly.
All right, Tim. Well, who's your sleeper game?
Virginia Tech versus South Carolina.
I knew this one
because this is a team that Frank Beamer's is his name. Frank Beamer is playing his dad's ex-team at Virginia Tech. He used his dad, Shane Bieber. Frank Bieber is the father. Shane Bieber is playing his dad's old team. So this is an interesting game. I think you got two great quarterbacks and Sellers. And let me see. Avon. Anyway, he is a very good quarterback too. So I think this is a big game. They haven't played each other. They haven't met since '91. I think this is a very interesting game. Can Virginia Tech hold down Ladorius Sellers?
Yeah, and this also tries to see what South Carolina looks like after what last year.
Exactly.
Exciting year. Yeah, I knew you were gonna pick that one. I did see that. I did see the line on that one. It was kind of big too. 13, like it was like 13.5. I think that's
Really?
aggressive for a South Carolina game.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we're going to move into our next segment of Tim's Picks. But first, Anthony has a quick message he wants to put out.
Everyone out there that's watching this, Mr. Tim Cook is going to put his own hard-earned money on his bets, okay? He is not giving out any advice. He's just giving you a little fun and entertainment to see a loser lose some money or a winner win some money, right? It is his money. Please bet responsibly. Do not just take our advice. If you don't got it, don't spend it, all right? Mr. Tim Cook, your time.
Okay, Florida State against Alabama. This is a 13.5-point spread. We're taking Alabama in a rout. They're going to cover the 13.5. LSU Clemson. I think LSU. I think it's a 3.5. It might be at 4.5 now. I think the last time I checked on FanDuel was 4. I take the 3.5. I take the 4 points. I think LSU could lose, but I think they cover the spread. Texas Ohio State. I like Texas. I think they're getting 1.5. That's a pick'em game. I would even do the money line. I think Texas wins outright. And Notre Dame, Miami. I think that's a. I think it's 6.5. I would take Notre Dame. I think they are going to be above and beyond. I think they pull away in the second half, like I've said before. It's going to be Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll have to see how he does.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Oh, you're going to find out this weekend on Labor Day. You're going to find out how much, because he's going to be like, oh, come on now. You got to score now. Got to score.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. All right. Well, exciting times for you. Hopefully you do well. Fingers crossed. All right. Let's move into the NFL. We talked a little bit about Micah Parsons already. Let's move over to Anthony Richardson, not on the market per the GM. Tim, talk me through this.
And I can see why no GM wants him. He might be. It's not. I don't think I'd want after that tap out, Anthony. I think that threw every GM saying, he's hot garbage. I don't want nothing to do with this kid. He's not going to be a true winner. I don't think he might be done. He can get you back up and get you 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's about it. I don't know if he's. That's why GMs are probably saying, I don't think so. I don't want to take a chance. He's a project, a big project.
Well, and a lot of
GMs, now wait, and a lot of GMs don't have time for big projects. Yep. They've got to win now within 1 to 3 years, or they'll get them down the road.
And I'm going to stop you right there, because this is exactly why we started this podcast, because of different opinions. You are taking the GMs as if the GMs don't want Anthony Richardson. Bullshit. GMs want him. What they don't want, the Colts don't want to admit to, is they screwed the pooch on this one. You knew when you drafted Anthony Richardson, he was young and raw. He needed time to play. He gets injured, so he doesn't get some time playing the first year. He comes in the second year. They're struggling. You knew you had to invest time into him. So to be surprised that, after a year and a half, kind of, not even really a year and a half, he didn't have the year, he's not the player you thought he was going to be? That's what the whole thought process was you were going to make sure that you put the time into him. So yes, I think he is out there on the market. And I think the Colts are saying, we're not listening. So I don't agree with that. I think there is project people out there, but I also think at the same time, you knew drafting him, he was going to be a project. So to not give him the time, that's on the Colts. Get rid of him. I want to see where he wants to go. I want him to have a good career. Because I honestly, if JJ don't work, I like him in Minnesota. So.
And that's a hot take.
Does he remind you of another player that used to be in Minnesota?
It brings back so many dreams. It's Dante Culpepper and having Justin Jefferson as Randy Moss. I think he's got the arm. I think he's got the. I just think he's young and raw. Give him the chance to get some plays in. You think the Colts think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year? Pat McAfee doesn't even believe that shit. Okay?
Right.
lose some games, but let him get to the player he needs to be. Now you're done. Daniel Jones bringing him in and letting him start, benching him. This is over. Let him release him.
Wow, very two strong opinions here. I'm excited to see how that plays out. Hopefully it continues on that way. All right. Well, next I wanted to make a sign that says "Welcome home" because Adam Thielen is coming back to the Vikings. Yay! Anthony, talk me through it.
Yeah, I think this is very exciting. When Adam Thielen left, I felt like there was like a little controversy between him and Stephon Diggs. At the time now, Stephon Diggs ain't playing there anymore in Minnesota. Adam Thielen goes to Carolina, still has a decent year with a okay quarterback. Do I think Adam Thielen's coming back to be the number 2 on this team? No. I think he's coming back to be a number 3. I think he's going to be a number 2 while Jordan Addison, but J.J. McCarthy now has Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL, Jordan Addison, when he can play, Adam Thielen, he has T.J. Hawkinson, he has Aaron Jones. He has too many weapons to not be successful. If he does not play well after this year, and yes, I'm the one that's now jumping to it, he needs to be gone.
Okay. Tim, were you surprised to see Adam Thielen go back to Minnesota?
I was a little bit. I think it's a Band-Aid for Jordan Addison. I think Thielen has lost a step or two. I don't think he's the same player before he left. I think he's just he's like you said, he's the third option. I think he's second until Addison gets back. But I think it's just I think it's just hopefully hope, cross your fingers with this guy. I think he's lost a step. I think it's just a Band-Aid.
I don't think Vikings fans think that this guy's going to be the reason we're winning a Super Bowl. I just think it's because he played in Minnesota and college, walks on. It was a great story to have Adam Thielen. Trivia question that Lisa had at one point. But I think he's a great guy to have there. I think it's a team camaraderie. Do I think he's a guy that's going to have 1,000 yards? Hell no. Because, honestly, I wouldn't even say he's a fourth option, even when Jordan Addison's back, because you have T.J. Hawkinson. And Aaron Jones out of the backfield is pretty solid as well.
Right.
And that's not counting the Osborne or whoever they have at the other wide receiver.
Osborne, yeah.
Yes, like they have way too many options but it's good to have him back. Good to see him in Vikings jersey.
Definitely. It looks better in purple than in the baby blue. So
yeah, that baby blue looks pretty nice too.
Yeah, it did.
No. All right. Well, the last thing I wanted to bring up on the NFL is Rashid Rice is going to be receiving a 6-game suspension. Oof. That hurts. Tim, talk me through this.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen this coming. I'm surprised it's leaked out already. He doesn't even have his court date yet until the end of this month, end of September, and it's already being leaked out that it's a possible 6-game suspension. I mean, the guy's not even had his day in court, and he's already been, there was a suspension coming. I think it had to kind of go in line with the other guy that got a 6-game suspension, or was that was Addison? He only got 3, but. That's why I think they went out and got some other receivers for Kansas City in case he's going to be gone for a long period of time. But, he's not going to be back until week 6, week 7. That's almost half the season. That's a big loss for them.
Yeah. So the rumors are that the suspension that was coming down was 10 games. And then it got brought up to him that he could take a 6-game. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the people say he accepted a 6-game.
Gotcha.
We're not even going to do the whole trial. He's still got to do, obviously, a trial because it's right. But in the NFL, we're not waiting for it. Here's what we're thinking: 10. But if you take 6, all right, 6, done.
Right.
I do honestly. I am a little happier with this one. I am. Out of when the NFL does suspensions, we always just sit back and go, "Wow, that ain't shit." What a smack on the wrist. This one will hurt the Kansas City Chiefs. You don't come back and win a Super Bowl going 0-6. Now, do I think Rashid Rice is that guy to make some 6-0 or 0-6? No. But I do think when you saw the Kansas City Chiefs last year, they struggled on throwing the ball and people catching the ball.
Nope.
I know Travis Kelce's now an engaged man. He's got a little different limp in him, but he ain't catching that many balls. So I do think this hurts the Chiefs. I think this is a big loss. I also think, too, this is one of those ones where you can say, hey, when it's off season, be good. Because this shit will start your first 6 games. And it should be without pay, too. Just saying.
Well, I agree with that, too. Yeah. But probably not.
No. It's all guaranteed and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, next I wanted to take us over to Tim's stat of the day. Tim, I believe you told me you have 2 different stats within your 2 minutes, but I will let you have the floor.
I stated that I could not believe I heard the other day was the 49ers are favored in 15 of the 17 games this year that they're going to play. From a team that was 6-11 last year, and you're favored in 15 of the 17 games. I could guess what the 2 games are that they're not favored in. It's probably against the Rams. I could not believe that stat, that they're favored that much. They must really think CMC better play all season long, and Purdy better have a all-pro year, because that is a wild stat that I think it is. My second one is the Virginia Tech South Carolina game. South Carolina leads the all-time series 11-7, but they have not met since 1991. Virginia Tech has not beaten South Carolina since my brother was born in 1974. Wow. So that has been it's been 51 years since Virginia Tech has beat South Carolina. Now, that's the thing that they play every year, but for them to not beat them in 51 years, that's just extraordinary.
You kind of put your brother on blast with that little age thing right there. 51 years, yikes! Jesus!
Oh, don't worry, he puts me on blast every time I see him too. So,
I think those are great stats. I wanted to give you one too. I saw that Jerry Rice was out there. I've shown Lisa this one. That Jerry Rice was out there running routes just for fun with the 49ers, and they threw him a deep ball and he dropped it.
Oh,
in his 20 years. He had less than 30 drops in 20 years. And I looked at Lisa and I was like, in that moment, could you imagine what you're seeing? A person dropping the ball that played for 20 years, a full contact sport, and had less than 30 of those. That's crazy. That is that is a stat that I will tell you, Jerry Rice, I wish I could have got to see because it just sounds way too sweet.
Well, that'd be like a Tony Gwynn striking out. I mean, he never striked out.
Yeah.
You know, he batted, his career average is over 300, probably 320, 340, and he never striked out. Ever. Hardly ever.
Well, it's the same. Go on, Lisa.
That's the type of stat where you're like, I'm going to end it there, and I'm never going to touch it again.
Yeah.
Because exactly what happened here.
Right.
Now you have all these second doubts. Now you feel like you have to redeem yourself and now with everything on social media, like it's blasted everywhere. So it's just kind of like, if you have a stat like that or a record of that, cap it. Be done.
Yeah, I don't think Jerry Rice really cares, but this both is comparable to me only having one plate at Thanksgiving because I never have one plate at Thanksgiving. So, all right, that is episode 128. We have some college football as we go into week 1. We have the NFL as Micah Parsons makes breaking news and the Cowboys and what the hell there. Also, it is Labor Day weekend coming up. We will not have an episode on Monday. We'll be back on Wednesday where we recap the college football that just happened. And week 1 of NFL coming right behind it eventually. Not that week, but eventually. So we will be back on Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Have fun in bocce ball. If you like what we do, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all those. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Wednesday. Bye.